Hey guys, it's Shannon. Happy Monday afternoon. I hope you are all doing well. I came on here to address a question that I received over private message, and I wanted to make sure and get this information out to all of you and just to have a conversation this afternoon. So, that being said, the question was about how do you heal and address trust issues. And this was coming from someone who has not been able to fully release the issues of trust completely from her experience, from her subconscious, from her life. Okay. And so if you're here with me, just go ahead and take a nice deep breath. So always when we come into these conversations, we're coming in from the heart and soul level rather than the analytical mind. Okay, so just take a nice deep breath into your heart and soul so that we can connect there, connecting into the heart and soul. Okay, so the first thing about trust issues that come up is obviously we don't heal them on our own, right? Those issues come up through relationships with others. Okay, so in order to address those issues, we have something that happens in our world, right, that gets sparked. We have a dynamic or a situation that comes in that sparks our trust issue, okay? So that's the first thing that has to happen, and that happens in relationship with another person or with other people, okay? So something comes in, sparks that, and we realize there it is again, right? So when you are aware that is happening, when you are aware that there's that trust thing again, right? Then you can really start to look at it, okay? And the first thing that I want us to look at when that happens is this something from the past that I'm bringing into the current situation? Do you know how many relationships that have been sabotaged? And from my own personal life, and not just relationship with the opposite sex, relationship and friendships and business and all of that, because someone brought a past situation, something from their past that was unresolved, into the present moment, into our situation together, and it sabotaged the whole thing, okay? And sometimes that person was me, right? Because we all have to own our shit. No more projecting anything here. And sometimes that stuff was from the other person. Okay, so the first thing to look at is this something from the past, whether it's with that person in the past or with another person, and are you bringing that into the present situation, the present moment? Because if your past is unresolved, right, if you haven't done the inner healing work in those areas in your past, you're gonna bring that with you everywhere you go, into every new relationship and situation that you encounter. So the work that I'm doing right now is all about helping my clients clear the subconscious. Okay, so we're clearing from a subconscious level those issues of trust that are held in our subconscious belief systems. Got it? So that's a really powerful way to come in and clear, delete, release from the subconscious. And I teach people how to do that on their own as well, okay? So working on the subconscious level is a really powerful way to help release that, okay? The other thing, here's the other thing, is who are you allowing in your inner circle, okay? Because if you're allowing people that don't tell the truth, okay, that are giving you half-truths and white lies and keep lying to you, then you cannot resolve and work with those people on your trust issues, right? And so you really need to look at, are these people who are close to me, right? Are they fully telling me the truth all of the time? Okay. And here's the thing, you guys, is that so many people haven't done this inner work, right? There are many people who aren't self-aware, that words just come flying out of their mouth that do not match the energy that's behind it. That does not match the thoughts that they're having, that their words don't match their thoughts. okay? That the words don't match the energy that you're feeling. And what I'm going to tell you is that when you're intuitive, when you're tuned in, you're going to pick up on the energy. Always. Okay, you're going to pick up on the energy even before the words that they say. And you're going to be able to call BS when BS is being spoken to you. Okay, and what I want to tell you is don't ever go against your own inner knowing of is this true or not true. Okay, because your intuition will never lie to you. Energy doesn't lie. Okay, so as long as you're tuned in, and let me say something else about this is that so many different forms of manipulation can happen. Okay, so when you're caught in that repeatedly with a person, whether it's manipulation, narcissism, whatever it is, you're going to start questioning yourself, okay? And you're going to start feeling confused. So pay attention to those red flags as well. Confusion, questioning yourself, getting your energy drained, all of those things. And what that is because you're around someone, another person who does not have clean energy, okay? Who isn't working on their own energetic field, who isn't staying in alignment with their energy, matching their thoughts and then matching their words, okay? And many, many people out there, you guys, are not in alignment with that. And it's not to point fingers, it's just to say, like, I'm out in the world, right? And I do this work and I've done this work and I know that so many people aren't in alignment. And so if you're around that, just be aware of it. Okay? Be aware when you know that someone doesn't have clean energy. Okay? And the other thing is the other thing that will help this issue of trust, right, is when you're with someone in a spiritual partnership, whether that's a romantic spiritual partnership or friendship or a business, and you both commit to always telling the truth no matter what. Okay? When you are with people in your inner circle and all of you have committed to each other to always telling the truth no matter what. And the other part of that is to have the conversations when you feel like the energy doesn't match something. The energy doesn't match the words that are being spoken to you. And you can ask them, I just have to ask you this, or I just have to tell you this is what I'm feeling. That something is not adding up here, okay? Because the energy that I'm feeling is this, and what I'm hearing you tell me is this. So can you just clarify for me what's going on here, okay? And those are the people who can step up to the plate and have those conversations that need to be in our inner circle, right? Okay? Because we're not here to take the easy way out. We're definitely not here to sweep things under the rug. Right? We're definitely not here to project or put the blame on someone else or to bring someone's energy into something where their energy doesn't belong, right? Like if someone has a situation and they blame it on me, but I was never a part of that situation, or they bring my energy into that situation, that's not okay, right? They need to own up to their own feelings without projecting it. Okay, they need to own up to their stuff. We all do. Okay, and so always be tapped in to are you telling the full truth, right? And when you catch yourself in a half truth or a little white lie, what are you going to do to correct it? Because it's not just sweeping it under the rug and saying, "Oh, I'll do it differently next time." It's correcting it right here, right now. Got it? And we all have off days, you guys. We are all working on this stuff. But that's the thing, is that we have to be working on this stuff. We have to be holding ourselves accountable and out in the freaking arena, right? Because I know there are times when I hide away from the world too, trust me, because I know what's going on out there. And then there's times when I'm out engaging with people and in the arena, and it gives me more awareness of what's going on out there, so I can start addressing those things and working with the masses on what's happening on a collective scale, right? Do you feel the passion? But like, here's the thing, you guys, like we are all accountable and responsible for doing that in our own lives. Okay? This is not to point fingers, but this is to address the issues of trust that so many of us had. Why? Because The people that we've been surrounded by, right, have been giving us half-truths, have been doing little white lies and saying, but it's no big deal. And then we sweep it out under the rug saying, yeah, you're right. Why was I making such a big deal out of it? You told me that you were going to the library and instead you went to happy hour. That's no big deal. You're right. I made a big deal out of nothing, and then it's swept under the rug again. And then we start doubting ourselves, right? And then we start sweeping more and more things under the rug and saying, yep, I'm not going to make a big deal about it this time. It's not the big lies, because most people aren't big lying anymore, right? There's not a bunch of huge liars running around out there, and none of us are bad people, but it's all the half-truths. It's all the little ways that we lie, or that we encounter something that the energy does not match the words, okay? Or when we're having an off day and we can't express to someone what we're feeling, or we can't express the energy happening into words, that's okay. Just let people know I have those days. Trust me, where I'm like, I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know what's going on. And I definitely don't know how to put it into words, right? Trust me, I have those days. And that happens a lot when you're in ascension. When you're vibrating and your frequency is becoming higher and higher and higher, it's like you want to communicate without words, and we can communicate without words. We can communicate telepathically and just sit with someone in their energy. No words needed. Do you know how long I've been waiting for that? And that's what we can do, okay? So it is about addressing this stuff, right? And the only way to create safety between you and another person is to always commit to telling the truth, both of you. And when one person feels that something is off, it's to bring that to the table and let the other person know. It feels to me like your energy isn't matching what you're telling me. It feels to me like you're not telling me the full story. It feels to me like this is a half truth. Can you let me know what's going on? Right? And the people that we want in our circle are the people who are going to show up and say, yeah, let me tell you what's going on. I didn't want to tell you this and this and this because I thought you were going to get mad, right? Or whatever it is. And so it's having those conversations, creating safety between you and another person by committing to always telling the truth. Okay? And also knowing that when this is repeatedly happening, when you're feeling someone's energy off repeatedly, when you feel like you're getting a half truth and white lies repeatedly, then it's up to you to say, am I going to keep that energy up close and personal? Am I going to keep that relationship in my inner circle? Am I going to have a conversation with that person? Okay. And is that person going to be willing to have that conversation with me? Right? So we have the power here. It's up to us to make that choice on what we're going to do when we find ourselves in these situations. Okay. And it's also up to us to be making sure that our energy is clean, to be clearing our thoughts and our energy field on a regular basis, you guys, because as you know, it's not just the energy that we're cultivating within ourselves. We are picking up so much outside energy, outside thoughts, all of it. I have seen and experienced myself people picking up an outside energy thought form of fear and getting completely shut down from their mission, completely shut down from a beautiful relationship, or sabotaging a really beautiful thing in their life because an outside thought form, which is energy, entered their field and it was stronger than them knowing that something from the outside had entered and that they could clear it. And so it sabotaged them. Okay? I have a lot to teach on that, by the way. A lot to teach on energy and how to clear it and how to not let those things come in and shut us down or drain our energy or sabotage really beautiful things that we have in our life. Okay? So here's the last little message. When you're on a mission, when you know what you're here to do, when you're living on purpose, okay? When you are so passionate about the work that you're doing and creating change here in the world, you're not going to allow unclean energy into your circle. That energy will not be allowed in your inner circle, okay? And those people might live in your family. Those people might be friends from the past, all of that, but they don't get to be here anymore Because what matters is your mission that you are here on, and staying true to that, not allowing unclean energy to shut that down. And when someone in your inner circle comes to you and you're like, whoa, your energy is off today, you can help them out. You can let them know. You can say what you're picking up on and give them the tools to do an energy clearing and to clear that from their field, right? Because none of us are bad people. But the question is like, are you committing to doing the work? Are you committing to showing up? Are you committing to doing your own inner work on yourself and embodying and living that, not pointing the finger on what someone else has to do? And if you have this stuff going on in your world, what are you going to do about it? Right? Okay. And it takes two people to be able to have the conversation. It takes two people showing up in vulnerability and in courage to have these conversations and to stop sweeping all this stuff under the rug. Okay? Got it? Okay. I know that was a lot. Take what you need. And the last thing that I'm going to tell you is that I have all of my guided meditations, right, that I'm now kind of promoting again in a membership program online that you can access, because spiritual practice and focusing our mind and clearing our energetic field is such an important piece for us to stay in our power, for us to stay in our light, for us to embody who we truly are, right? Revealing our true essence, living in our highest self every single day. Okay? And the biggest thing that we need to understand here is that the power lives here. It's not outside of ourselves. And the more we step into that, the more we begin to own that, the more we are a force to be reckoned with. I don't know where that came from. Okay, my friends, that's all I have for you. Please comment, question below, and I will answer them after this live. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you here again very soon.